Guys, we have to protect our energy like our life depends on it. I'm not even joking. I have felt this to the deepest core this weekend because I have not protected my energy and I have felt the wrath of it. Now listen, I feel like I have really truly conquered and mastered the art of setting boundaries and putting myself first and protecting my energy in respect of my co-workers, my friends, people I meet just in general. I feel like I've got that down to a T. I am not afraid to say no to plans that don't align with me, that I don't want to do. I am very happy to put myself first in those situations. However, when it comes to family, it's a whole different ballgame. That is like the boss level of setting boundaries and I still have not completed that yet. I've still not conquered that level. I don't know what it is about family. I feel like maybe it's like the guilt tripping, the emotional tie, like the obligation to serve them and please them. I don't fucking know, but I truly find it so difficult to set boundaries and I have tried. I have tried to set boundaries many times and not even in a way like when I set boundaries, I don't set boundaries and be like, these are my boundaries, respect them. I just kind of say what I want to or what I don't want to do and I expect that to be respected, and in general it is. But when it comes to my family, like, honestly, this is not a family slander session. Like, I love my family so much, but when I say no, it means no. But my family don't think that. They think no, it means no until we've persuaded her to say yes. So I find it really difficult to set boundaries when it comes to my family because I get guilt tripped and I get made to feel really bad for not wanting to do something. But I am here to just remind you guys, like, if you're in a similar situation, if you find that it's really difficult setting boundaries when it pertains to your family, I am here to remind you guys that you need to set boundaries and you need to protect your energy at all costs. At the end of the day, all we have essentially is our energy. And if we are allowing people to infiltrate our energy and pass on their shitty energy to us, we are literally just carrying their burdens for no fucking reason. I feel like everyone has their own obligation to deal with their own shit, and I very much deal with my own shit. I spend a lot of time dealing with my own shit and curating my energy in a way, like doing the things that make me feel happy and high vibrational, and it takes me a lot of time because I'm a very sensitive person and I do take on other people's emotions and energy. So when I've spent so long trying to get my energy right and trying to get myself in a good headspace and feeling good, I don't know why I so freely let people invade my energy and take it from me and then just drain me. This weekend, I had a free weekend. I had a completely free weekend to do whatever I wanted, to spend time with myself, go on a solo date, do all of my favorite things because I don't get the opportunity to do that kind of thing very often. My life is very busy, and this weekend I finally had that opportunity. The sun has been shining all weekend. It has been beautiful. The weather has been unreal, and I started off Saturday morning great. I went on a nice little solo date. It was so nice. I went to my town centre and I went shopping. I bought myself a book, I bought myself flowers, I did all of the things and it was just so good. I loved it. And my plan was that I was going to get home, make some food, and then I was going to go for a walk, like a nice 2-hour long walk, like a really nice long walk. And then I was going to come back home. I was going to maybe do a food shop, do some meal prep, just have an evening to myself, do all the things that I wanted to do. However, I get asked to do something by my parents and initially I'm like, this doesn't feel right, I don't want to do this. But then I get guilt tripped. So obviously I think, right, okay, I'm not, in my head I start to think, oh well, there's no reason that I couldn't do that. Like, I can just like negotiate my plans a little bit because it's just me, like it's just my plans. And I have this fear of wanting to be, or of not wanting to be seen to be difficult and like I'm trying to do things out of badness. So I was like, fine, fair enough, fucking whatever. Like, I do anything for an easy life when it comes to my family. So I took them to this place and then I had to sit with them, which is fine. Like, I was enjoying it at the time. Like, it was good, it was nice, whatever. But I knew that I didn't plan to do that and I didn't initially want to do that. I could have so easily said, no, you need to make your own way home. Like, I could have dropped them off, but then I said, you need to make your own way home. But I didn't say that. And I allowed myself to stay there until they were done, finished doing whatever they were doing. And then they asked me, will you take us to the shop now? And I'm starting to think, right, you're taking the piss now, but fair enough, like, we're driving home anyway, I'll take you to the shop, whatever. Turns out there's loads of traffic, so much traffic around that area where the shops are. It takes ages, I can't get parked. It's a a nightmare, but whatever, it's fine. I'm enjoying my time with my parents, like I'm speaking to them, blah, blah, blah. But deep down, like in my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm enjoying this. But deep down, I know that this isn't what I want to be doing. And I had completely different plans for myself. So then it's getting later now. It's getting to the point where I'm not going to be able to go for a walk now because it's getting late. I don't want to walk outside on my own when it's dark because I ain't getting murdered. Like, I am not getting murdered today. No, thank you. So we get home. I have about half an hour till the sunset. So I'm like, right, I'm going to go for a walk. I'm just going to do it because otherwise I'm going to keep moping in my bedroom all night and I'm going to think everything's failed. So I go for a walk and it's really nice, whatever, the sun's setting, beautiful. Then I get a phone call from my auntie asking me to do something, asking me to go round and sit with my nan, which obviously I love my nan. I love my nan and I would happily spend time with her any time of the day. But there is something about being told that you have to do something or being like asked, but in a way where it's like, no, you're going to say yes because otherwise you're a bad person. There's something about that that just doesn't sit right with me. And I said yes, obviously, because as I say, when it comes to my family, there's a lot of history there, right? Like I know that if I say no to certain things, it will cause conflict. I don't want conflict. I do not have time for conflict. I'm a very sensitive person. I don't need it. So I'm like, okay, fine. But deep down, I'm so tired. I'm exhausted, like energetically depleted. My energy is gone. So I'm going around to sit with my nan. My energy is not there. Like I am not present with her. I'm not being the person that she needs me to be. I am like the wrong person to be sitting with her essentially. And I'm just so tired and I feel like I'm just not being miserable, but I just feel like my energy is off for my nan and she doesn't deserve that. Like I don't want to give her that kind of half-hearted energy. Like I want to give her my everything. And then I sit with her, it's fine. Like we sit there for an hour, it's lovely, whatever. But then I'm left in the situation where I have to pick up the pieces of whatever I wanted to do and the things that I actually needed to get done, like my food shop. I had to then at this late hour go to the shop, do a food shop, come back home. I didn't even end up eating because I was just past it at that point. I was like, no, I can't eat anymore. And then when I went to the shop as well, I've been eating really good. Like I've been eating really, really good. And I don't restrict myself. It's not something that I do. I eat whatever I want. I don't calorie count. But I'm very conscious about not wanting to binge eat on things and like not wanting to eat an excessive amount of sugar. But when I'm feeling really, really stressed and when I feel like people are infringing upon my energy, I get to this point where I feel it inside where my body's like, I need that sugar. I need something to like make me feel better. So because I went to the shop when I was in this emotional state, I ended up buying a pack of biscuits, like, you know, the Fox's Viennese. They've got like chocolate in the middle. It's like a little sandwich biscuit. They're so good. They're like my weakness. I got those biscuits and then I came back home. I wasn't even hungry when I got back home. Like if I'd have just not bought those biscuits in the shop, if I'd have not been in that emotional state, I would have been past it. But I bought them. And because I bought them, of course I ate them. And that's fine. We don't beat ourselves up over here. Like we do not do that. But I could have avoided that. Like that didn't need to happen. If I'd have just respected my boundaries and done what I needed to do. And it seems so innocent. It seems like in the moment, it's like, oh yeah, I can do that. I can let this one slide. I can do this, I can do that. But it all builds up and it gets to the point where you are carrying this resentment that is not your resentment. You do not need to be carrying it. If you'd have protected your energy and you'd have said no to things that you don't want to do, you know deep down that you don't want to do and you've not got the capacity to do, you wouldn't be in this situation. You wouldn't be carrying that resentment. Why are you protecting other people's peace in sacrifice of your own? And this is me talking to myself. Like, why did I do that? And I think it frustrated me. Like I had a lot of anger yesterday because I was thinking, why have I allowed myself to do that? And it's all good. I feel like everything happens for a reason. I feel like that happened for me to really understand, like, no, I don't want this to happen again. And I am not allowing my boundaries to slip. Like I'm not being weak anymore. I am not sacrificing my boundaries anymore and the things that I know don't sit right with me purely in the name of not wanting conflict and not wanting arguments and confrontation with my family. Because at the end of the day, when I think about it, I just need to be a big girl now. I just need to be strong and face it, but it's so hard. Like when I just think about it, I was talking about it yesterday because then I went to see my boyfriend on the Sunday and obviously I needed some time on my own. I think I needed to just be by myself and process my emotions. But because then like the day after was a bit more jam-packed, like I went to the cinema with my auntie, which I didn't feel like I had the energy to do, but it turned out to be really good. But anyway, and then I saw my boyfriend afterwards and I really needed some downtime. I needed to be by myself because I knew that I would just complain. And that's fine, like he's always there for me, but sometimes I feel like he doesn't deserve it. Like I need to process things by myself. This is a whole rant, but basically I just wanted to share this with you guys because I want you to understand, like, you do not want to be in this situation. You do not want to feel what I felt yesterday, and I'm getting it all off my chest now. I'm actually a lot happier. The sun is shining again. I'm going into the office. Like I literally need to leave in 10 minutes. I need to pack a bag as well. But I just really wanted to share that with you guys because it's not worth it. It is genuinely not worth it. If you are sacrificing yourself and what feels good to you purely to make other people happy and to appease other people so that they don't get in your fucking way and like start making your life difficult, don't do it. Do not do it. Like at the end of the day, if these people don't like it, that's their problem. And I'm not saying cut anybody out. Like I'm not about to cut out my family right now. I adore my family. But as an Aquarius moon, right, my nature is a bit more independent. I'm a little bit more detached and I don't process things in a very overly emotional way. Like I like to process things by myself. But then on the other side of the coin, I have been raised in a highly emotional family. So I'm very much at conflict all the time because I feel like my nature is that I like to be on my own. I like to process things by myself. I am a little bit of a lone wolf and I like to just not always be by myself, but I think I need to be by myself to fuel up and have the energy to deal with other people, and that's fine. But I've been raised in a family of people who like to share energy. Like they like to just fuel up on each other, but then it ends up that they don't really fuel up each other because no one is even full of energy anyway. So everyone just ends up draining each other and everyone feels like they've got this obligation to do things for each other, and it's like, no, just do things for yourself. Like why does everybody need to get involved? Like it's not a 10-man job to sort out your energy and your emotions and whatever you're going through. Sometimes you can do it yourself, but that's just me. So I feel like I'm very much at conflict in that respect. But yeah, long story short, protect your peace, protect your energy, because at the end of the day, people are going to make you feel crazy. Like when you're feeling like this, when you're feeling really angry and you're carrying a lot of resentment and you eventually blow up, people make you feel crazy. People will be like, what's wrong with her? Like she's overreacting. Why is she overreacting? And I'm like, no, babe, this is 25 years plus of resentment and anger because I have spent my life living for you and you've not done the same for me. So like I've spent my life being drained by you, but you've not done that for me. So as a result of that, I feel like I need to spend a lot more time by myself to just build myself up again, which I can do and I do, and that's fine. But this is just a reminder. Like don't let people infringe upon your energy because your energy is precious and your energy is the center. Like that is like the, what's the word? It's like the fire that makes everything happen. Like all of your manifestations are going to come to you from your energy, like what energy you're on. So if you're in a low energy state, you're going to be manifesting low energy situations into your life. But if you're in a high vibrational state, you're going to be attracting high vibrational things into your life and the things that you actually want. So your energy is so important because you don't want to be attracting weird experiences anymore. You want to be attracting good experiences. Anyway, I'm gonna have to go now, but I hope this served as a little bit of a reminder to, if people are trying to make you do things that you don't want to do and you know deep down that you don't want to do it, we all know, we all have that feeling, we know, don't ignore that. Because even if you're busy because you're spending time with yourself, like you've got a solo date planned in or you just want to chill by yourself in an evening, that is a plan. And like if you make a plan with yourself, that is just as important as if you make a plan with somebody else, or if you've got a meeting or an interview or an appointment. It is just as important as that, and you need to schedule it in so it's a non-negotiable and that people can't make you slip on that or make you negotiate on that. That is your plan. Obviously some things in life happen, you've got to kind of change your plans a little bit, that is fine. But I think when it comes to stupid little things that people ask you to do, don't do it. Don't do it. Take my advice and just don't do it. Protect your peace, protect your energy. Okay, I love you guys. I hope you guys are all doing okay. I'm gonna go to work now, but thank you for watching.